Hello and welcome to the canal. I've done a lot of fishing on the cut, as it's known locally, since the angling lockdown was lifted. I've just cast out, and as I often say, I'm watching the rod top while I talk. This cap that I've got on, a couple of years ago, I went to collect a group of Norwegian groundhoppers. They were in Liverpool at a hotel, and it was on a coach, and I went to collect them and take them to a football game. They were groundhoppers, so they went off to take in a football match. Prior to meeting them, of course, I'd had some sort of conversation with them on the internet, and my fame, if I could use that inverted commas, of course, as an angler went before me, and one of them was also a fisherman, and he gave me a couple of salmon books, rivers in Norway, and a pair of caps, and this is one of them. So I've got that one on today. Angling, great way to connect with people of like mind, isn't it? I don't speak a word of Norwegian, but fortunately they spoke very good English indeed. But angling is a universal language. I remember being in Moldova once, and I wasn't there for fishing, but the people again knew about my love of angling, so they took me out early morning. I'd just flown in the night before, got there actually about 1 a.m. I think it was, and we were up at 4 to go fishing on a river. And I met some other fishermen. They could not speak a word of English, and I certainly didn't speak their local language either. Moldovan they were speaking, or Romanian, sorry, they were speaking, but we communicated via sign language. Well, I've just cast out, as I said. It's quiet at the moment, but hopefully the maggots that I've put into the swim will draw some fish in, stimulate some feeding, and I'll be back with a fish of my own. And the first fish of the session, and I'll need the net for this one. It's a bream, just about coming over the rim of the net. There it is. I'll show you that in a few moments. There it is. Always nice to be off the mark with the first fish, isn't it? I'm in the car now, as you can see, ready to go home. I certainly enjoyed that, and regardless of the type of angling that you do, ultimately it is about enjoyment. I caught a number of perch, roach, you saw the bream of course, and another rough. When I packed away, there were 3 anglers around me, and none of them had caught at the time that I left. So not that we compare ourselves to other fishermen, but nevertheless it's good to see what's going on around you, because it helps you to bring your own catch into perspective. So on that basis, I certainly had a good morning on the canal. If you are out and about yourself, as I always say, tight lines, but to reinforce the point just made, enjoy.